This is CBC Winnipeg News.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. A new scheduling system for home care workers in Winnipeg has come under fire. The goal was to provide better care, but staff and clients say it's not working. CBC's Justin Fiacconi reports.
George Canal says he's been receiving home care for 8 years. Lately, he doesn't know when or who's coming.
Oh yeah, we talk about it all the time about home care. It's like a running, oh, did your home care person show up? No, mine didn't come today.
Earlier this year, the Winnipeg Regional Health Authority switched to a centralized scheduling system, putting all scheduling clerks in one place. The changes come under widespread criticism after complaints about delayed, cancelled, or poorly timed visits. And data provided by the WRHA shows the number of cancelled appointments was slightly higher in June compared to the same time the previous 2 years. Manitoba Nurses Union President Darlene Jackson says the nurses are frustrated.
What nurses were most upset about was that it turned into be a big mess, but there was absolutely no consultation with any of the frontline people. Nurses weren't consulted in the big change, and it was a very big change.
We spoke with a nurse who's been doing in-home care visits for more than a decade. CBC News has agreed to keep their identity confidential because they're concerned speaking out might affect their employment, but they wanted to talk. They say it's made our offices more disconnected, and it's making communication with each other more challenging. The nurse says that sometimes appointments get canceled while they're already on their way to a client's home, and that often they're having to ask themselves, who can be missed today? The nurse we spoke to says, I'm not allowed to leave my client if they're in distress, which of course I would never want to, right? But then that puts me behind. In the past, I would just call the office and my scheduler was right there and knew who I was calling and they would provide support right away. Now it's a voicemail system, it's leaving a message, and you're not sure if someone's going to help. Manitoba's health minister acknowledges the change has not gone well and wants the WRHA to do better. Uzoma Azaguara says the province is trying to help too by hiring more healthcare workers and schedulers, having already added 10 new clerks.
I know that change can always be difficult, but what we've also seen is that there are opportunities here to improve this centralized rollout and improve these services overall.
Data obtained by CBC News shows that the number of people who need in-home care has increased over the past 5 years, while the number of assigned nursing hours has decreased. The WRHA says that numbers can fluctuate from month to month based on individual care needs. In a statement, the health region says that it's working with the government to address the concerns raised by home care clients and staff. Justin Fiacconi, CBC News, Winnipeg.
Emotions were running high at a town hall last night in Wasagaming. Advocacy group Fairness for Clear Lake says it has evidence that shows banning motorboats won't prevent the spread of zebra mussels and that a one lake, one boat policy could work. CBC's Chelsea Kemp was there.
Clear Lake sounds a little quieter this summer. The community is under a motorized boat ban to stop the spread of zebra mussels.
This is normally filled with boats here, and right now, as you can see, there's a couple of paddle boats and SUPs or stand-ups.
An advocacy group is fighting the ban put in place by Parks Canada. Fairness for Clear Lake shared their work at a packed town hall Tuesday in Wasagaming. They say the community has been left in the dark when it comes to the future of the lake. The group hired an independent biologist. Mark Loudon says mussels are already spreading from natural forces like wind and waves, not boats.
Ecologically, those mussels are still going to move around that lake with or without boats. Everyone knows that the mussels already moved, right, with all the effort, and Parks Canada has done a lot of work to try to contain those.
Loudon says the focus should be on preventing the aquatic invasive species from spreading to other waterways with a one boat, one lake policy. The mussels were first found in November 2023. Last summer, Parks Canada spent more than $800,000 installing a curtain to contain the invasive species. It was in place for 2 days before it dislodged.
somebody really mismanaged this, and the people who are really paying the price, even though the park's saying it spent millions, the people who are paying the price are the people in and around Clear Lake and the visitors and people with an investment here. We're the ones paying the price.
Fairness for Clear Lake say they want to work with parks to protect the lake's ecosystem while getting motorboats back on the water.
Well, absolutely. I mean, every relationship can be repaired if both sides want to repair the relationship, right? So it's just a matter of sitting down and figuring out what that looks like going forward.
At the meeting, Parks Canada maintained the boat ban is necessary. It says an unnamed group threatened legal action if boats were given the go-ahead on the lake. Chelsea Kemp, CBC News, Wasagaming.
The Manitoba government is getting a lot of mail today. 500 postcards to be exact, all calling for action on climate change. Climate Action Team Manitoba invited Manitobans to write postcards to Premier Wab Kinew, sharing their concerns about climate change. It says it received more than 300 postcards in the last 2 months alone. Some of the postcard writers read them out loud on the steps of the Manitoba Legislative Building over the noon hour.
We can't afford to wait, and we need your government to prioritize climate in every decision. From scrapping new fossil fuel infrastructure in Manitoba hydro expansion plans, to investing in green energy, to supporting Indigenous land management and fire prevention. Set ambitious targets and then take bold action to meet them. Our future depends on it.
The group accuses the NDP government of abandoning its election promises on climate action, instead talking about fossil fuel expansion. A Manitoba man who admitted to accidentally shooting and killing his stepson has been sentenced to 6 years in prison. The update comes 2 years after the fatal shooting at a family barbecue in the community of Blumenort. CBC's Caitlin Garlick was in court for sentencing.
Dylan Jones's death was a completely avoidable tragedy. That's what a Winnipeg court heard on Wednesday. The 27-year-old was fatally shot by his stepfather, Corey Davis, on August 1st, 2023. Davis pleaded guilty last year to charges including criminal negligence causing death. He was sentenced Wednesday to 6 years, a joint recommendation. Several family members told court how Jones's death changed their lives forever. That included his older brother, Nathan Jones, who spoke directly to Davis in the prisoner's box, saying, "I trusted you enough to bring you into my family circle, and you stole something that meant more than the world to me. He had nothing but love for you." Court heard Jones was at a family barbecue in the community of Blumenort the day he died, and wanted to show his stepfather a replica pistol he had. Davis then took out a gun of his own from his bedroom closet to show his stepson. But as Davis pulled the gun out, Jones reached for it, and it accidentally went off. Davis said he didn't know how that happened and that his finger was not on the trigger. By the time police got there, Jones was already dead. When given the chance to speak in court, Davis told Jones's family how sorry he was. He said he loved his stepson and he hopes one day the family can forgive him. Caitlin Gowerluck, CBC News, Winnipeg.
Turning now to national news, the Bank of Canada is holding its key lending rate steady at 2.75% amid trade tensions with the United States. Bank Governor Tiff Macklem says tariff uncertainty and unpredictable U.S. policy calls for flexibility.
The increases we've seen in U.S. effective tariff rates are less than what was threatened, but they are still outside post-war historical experience. But the unusual degree of uncertainty does mean we have to put more weight on the risks. We're looking at over a shorter horizon than usual, and we are ready to respond to new information.
The decision comes just ahead of U.S. President Donald Trump's August 1st deadline for a trade deal with Canada. Macklem says the central bank will be watching for how much tariffs will affect business activity and demand for Canadian exports, and whether higher costs from those import duties are passed on to customers. The bank lowers its policy rate when it wants to stimulate the economy, but keeps borrowing costs elevated when it's worried inflation will rise. CBC weather specialist Riley Lachuk joins us now. And Riley, another smoky day today.
Yeah, Marge, this will keep us into the overnight hours tonight, but we have started to see a subtle shift in wind, and that's going to help kind of clear our air, diffuse some of that smoke as we get through the next 24 hours. So not immediate, but a slow change that is underway, and we've seen that reflected in the Air Quality Health Index throughout the day today. Mainly sunny skies thanks to high pressure building in Saskatchewan, a couple little stray clouds and a few showers out of some of this into parts of northern Manitoba throughout the day today. So air quality warnings are remaining in place for a good chunk of the province. A heat warning now in place for Flin Flon. This is because of a ridge that is building in the jet stream that will really start to elevate our temperatures as we get through the next couple of days. We're not talking temperatures in the 30s or any extreme humidity, but certainly we're looking at some warmer than seasonal temperatures as we get into the long weekend. So temperatures in the afternoon, 24 in Winnipeg, 25 in Brandon. Temperatures hanging around the low 20s through much of the north as well. Marge, we'll talk about that long weekend forecast when I come back.
All right. Thank you very much, Riley.
Welcome.
Coming home with the crown. The winner of Miss Indigenous Canada is from a Manitoba First Nation. We're going to have more after the break. Stay with us. They came home with a new crown, a sash, and a new title as Miss Indigenous Canada. The pageant winner is from a Manitoba First Nation, and they have big plans to make a difference for their community. CBC Indigenous reporter Stefan Richard has the story.
It's been a whirlwind since Gina Boubard won Miss Indigenous Canada.
I am feeling so many different emotions right now, mostly joy, and just so honored to be bringing the crown home to my community.
When it came down to the final, Boubard was prepared to congratulate their competitor. But
Canada is contestant number 3, Gina Boubard.
So it was such a shock, and all of the emotions just kind of took over, and I could not stop crying in the moment.
contestants needed to demonstrate their cultural connection and their community work.
I am really proud to be Two-Spirit and non-binary. So a lot of my work is focused on Two-Spirit youth who deserve to see themselves represented, respected, and reflected in positions of leadership. So this year I established the first Pride Committee in my home community.
Third runner-up Taylor Bain Takoza from Fort William First Nation said the experience was beyond rewarding.
I was so inspired. Like, people were saying, like, oh my God, Taylor, like, you do this and this and this. And I was like, girl, you do this, this, and this. Like, I want to go home and, like, you know, just so inspired and just, like, continuing to do good work.
As for Boubard, they have a message for youth.
I would tell them to stay true to themselves, authentically and confidently in their identity, and know that there is an entire nation of Indigenous folks across Turtle Island supporting them, loving them, cheering me on.
In its first 2 years, the pageant has been won by a First Nation contestant from Manitoba. As for Boubard, they will head home with their friends and family and make their first appearance as Miss Indigenous Canada at Saugeen's upcoming Treaty Days. Stefan Richard, CBC Indigenous, Winnipeg.
It seems Manitoba drivers are worried about dangerous driving, especially distracted driving and speeding. That's according to a new survey released by CAA Manitoba. CBC's Zubina Ahmed reports.
Is distracted driving a huge problem?
I think so. I think there's so many distractions, like cell phones and radios and kids and stuff like that.
I'm guilty of it as well. I know from time to time I've had to pull over to check my phone.
And make sure that if somebody else is on their cell phone that I honk at them to let them know they shouldn't be doing that.
A new survey by CAA suggests Manitobans are concerned about distracted driving. It says 88% of drivers feel somewhat or very concerned about distracted driving. 82% said speeding is also a problem. 65% support the use of speed enforcement cameras. 46% have admitted to being distracted drivers. 63% have witnessed a close call collision or traffic violation caused by distracted driving. And 13% reported being directly involved in a collision due to distracted driving. CA Manitoba's Ewald Friesen says distracted driving is also the top contributing factor to fatalities. He wants to see broader laws.
There is a holding an electronic device law, which focuses on cell phone usage specifically whilst driving. We also have an imprudent driving law that comes with a penalty, or a careless driving law, but not a comprehensive distracted driving law as we might find in some other provinces.
Winnipeg police have handed out 1,691 distracted driving tickets this year. Friesen says people should follow some steps to ensure they're focused.
We can secure our pet. We can try to avoid eating or applying our makeup in the car while we're driving. A good tip, of course, is to set the radio or your podcast or your audiobook. Set it before you start driving so that it's ready to go.
Friesen says speed enforcement cameras can be a valuable tool in shifting driver behavior. He also calls for more education and harsher penalties. Zubina Ahmed, CBC News, Winnipeg.
2 new pavilions at Folklorama will be making their debut this year. This year's cultural celebrations will welcome the modern Chinese pavilion and Mabuhay Philippines, bringing the total number of pavilions this year to 43. The additions come after the First Nations pavilion withdrew because of the wildfires affecting a handful of those communities. This year marks the 54th annual event, which kicks off on Sunday. Festival organizers also announced that evacuees will be given passes so that they can enjoy what Folklorama has to offer.
We'll be offering a couple evenings each week where we'll provide transportation, admission, food and beverage for youth and senior groups to experience the festival.
This Folklorama also marks milestones for a number of pavilions. The Scottish Pavilion is celebrating 50 years, the Celtic Pavilion 20, and it will be 25 for the Tamil Pavilion. Folklorama runs from Sunday to the 16th. Okay, so Folklorama kicks off this weekend, but also something to keep in mind if you're going out is that it is going to get hot again, isn't it?
Yeah, and we're not looking at very humid or those muggy conditions like we saw last weekend, for example, Marge, but we are looking at temperatures elevating slightly. As you saw earlier, there's a heat warning in place for parts of the north already. Not necessarily because of the daytime highs, but because overnight lows will be staying pretty warm for the next few days through the north as well. So temperatures, you can start to see on this map here that some of that heat starting to build to the west, some of those oranges and reds back into Saskatchewan. In Winnipeg, though, today, 24 degrees through the afternoon hours. I mean, we were looking at 25, but it's that surface level smoke that really has an impact on our temperatures and can hold them back when that particulate matter that we have, if it's haze or surface level smoke, can actually help to block the sun's rays. So that's why we've been slightly cooler the last couple of days. But we do have a ridge that's starting to build in the jet stream. You can kind of see that outlined on our upper level winds here with this high pressure that's been building over parts of Alberta. This does shift eastward as we get into the day on Thursday. This also brings with it a bit of a southerly flow. So what that will do is help to diffuse the atmosphere, some of that smoke that's been hanging around close to the surface, while also introducing some cleaner air from the south. So this will take some time to get here. Give it 24 hours, so still hazy as we get through much of the day Thursday, but we'll get into some cleaner air, particularly through the afternoon and into Friday. That ridge starts to build as we get through Friday, maybe a couple of passing clouds on this weak boundary that pushes through parts of northern Manitoba, maybe a couple rumbles of thunder out of that, but other than that, we're looking at mainly sunny skies through the south. I am watching an area of low pressure over the territories, particularly because of this cold front as it sinks southward across northern Manitoba. This, at this point, looks like it could trigger a few showers for places like Lynn Lake across to Thompson and even toward the Hudson Bay coast. But at the very least, I think we're looking at some cloud cover into Saturday. I know we could use a lot more rain for parts of northern Manitoba and even through the south, but unfortunately not really in the cards because of this ridge of high pressure that builds and really stays in place. Even as we get into next week, we're looking at temperatures holding above seasonal for this time of the year, around 27, 28 degrees. So looking at the potential for rainfall over the next 5 days or so. As this map loads here, you'll see that really not a lot to see in terms of rainfall across much of the province. We are looking at this very dry pattern continuing as we get through the next several days yet. It's taking a little bit of time to load, so we're just going to skip past that one, but not really a lot of rain coming. Patchy here and there, 27 through the afternoon through much of southern Manitoba, 26s, 24s down through the southwest, 27 in Thompson, close to 30 in parts of northern Manitoba, Marge, as we get through the next few days, 28s and 27s into Friday and Saturday for Winnipeg as well.
All right, thank you very much, Riley. Well, taking their romance to new heights, a Regina couple ties the knot atop a mountain after getting engaged on another one. Your daily lift is coming up, and Riley will be back with your extended forecast. Stay with us. The Winnipeg Jets have locked up defenseman Dylan Samberg for 3 more years. The 26-year-old has signed a new contract extension worth $5.75 million a year. Samberg set career highs with 6 goals and 20 points in 60 games last season. He also led the Jets with a +34 rating, tied for 6th in the NHL. The Minnesota native was a second-round pick by the Jets in 2017.
All right, dog walking forecast time, and tonight we have Bear and Roxy. Thank you, Kathleen, for sending this picture in. Bit adventurous, looks like, in the backyard there. You can send your pictures to talkback@cbc.ca. Sunny skies tomorrow with a bit of haze still hanging around. 27 in Winnipeg by the afternoon, 26 into the evening. All right, sometimes my graphics get camera shy, so here's that rainfall potential we were looking at. As I was talking about that ridge building, we are looking at some pretty sporadic rainfall, most likely into that Island Lake region, though, where we are seeing some of those potential thunderstorms as we get through the next few days. Stable temperatures through the long weekend, then maybe some showers as we get through Tuesday into Wednesday. A Regina couple is still coming down from the lofty adventure that they went on. They tied the knot on Mount Kilimanjaro, the highest mountain in Africa, earlier this month.
And their mountain matrimony came nearly a year after their engagement took place on another famous peak. This tale of sky-high romance is our daily lift.
You may kiss the bride.
This is the moment Kelsey Bone and Scott Pominville said "I do" on Mount Kilimanjaro. The 7-day hike up the mountain started in a rainforest before turning into loose trees and finishing on rocky peaks. It comes after the couple got engaged last September, 17,000 feet up on Mount Everest. The couple says their big day couldn't have been any better.
So that this was absolutely perfect. I figured I'd always kind of end up eloping or something like that. In our tent before leaving, I had put my dress on underneath all my layers. I tucked it into my rain pants and then hiked the whole 7 hours up in my wedding dress under all my layers.
The friend who married them put together 2 speeches, both a 5-minute or a 1-minute. Bone says it was so cold they opted for the 1-minute wedding instead. They even had 21 members of their support crew join them in that celebration.
Wow, congratulations. Yes, and they say when you're in love, you're on top of the world. You really, truly are.
Literally on top of the world.
Thank you so much for joining us. Have a good evening.
Have a good one.
Aww.
Pictures, though, at least. Got some good pictures out of it.